Today I am at Garrison Bay on the west side of San Juan Island. I'm anchored here in a little spot that I really like right in front of the English camp in about 10 feet of water. The whole area in the bay here is great anchorage, but I always like this little spot because I have a nice view of the English camp. Garrison Bay has a lot to offer visiting boaters here, and I did a video last summer when I visited, so check that out. But today I want to go do something a little different. I'm going to go around the corner to Westcott Bay, and there's a place I want to go check out over there.
So I'm Eric Anderson. My wife and I, Andrea, we own the Westcott Bay Shellfish Company. We bought it almost 5 years ago, and it was a very famous farm, but it was in disrepair, and we have been repairing it and have spent a lot of time regenerating the shellfish and putting in the new buildings and making it much nicer for people to come and visit and have picnics and enjoy a glass of wine and beautiful surroundings.
I'm grilling oysters today, and they've become very popular for us here. So I pop them on the grill, put a couple of homemade sauces that we make, and we're using clams as well that we harvest every day, and we serve them up for people. So
very nice. Now, can people come here and have the grilled oysters, or can they shuck their own, or what?
They can shuck their own every day. We don't grill on the weekends, just weekdays to kind of spread the crazy out because it gets nuts here on the weekends. But every day they can shuck their own, and people come in and don't think that they have the capacity or the desire to shuck. We don't have the manpower to do that for so many people, but once we give them their little tutorial, they're so happy. They have a blast. So yeah, and then for those people who don't like a raw oyster, the grilled are really good. It's a good stepping stone into the oyster.
Kind of the gateway oyster.
Yeah. We've converted a lot of people on our grilled oysters.
Absolutely.
To finally trying one.
I bet.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm going to have to try some.
Yes.
I like them raw too. But,
yeah. Well, they're different. You know.
Well, this is like my 5th year out here, so I started with the new owners, and we kind of started the farm over. There was nothing left. It was a historical landmark out here for a while as an oyster farm. I guess it started in the 60s, and so for like 8 to 10 years before Eric and Andrea bought the place, no one had planted anything, and it was just, everything was falling apart out here. So it's been really cool to just watch it turn around, and I don't know, we went from having no oysters out there to over 6 million, and fine, people are coming out, and
yeah.
So this is kind of just self-picked, so you can grab a glove, or if you're brave,
oh, I'm brave.
You can stick your hand right in this ice cold water. Just as a general rule of thumb for here, we say that it's going to be easier to shuck oysters that are flatter on the top. I personally like to get the ones that are flatter on the top and have more of a cup shape to them, but it kind of just depends on what you're looking for. There's all sorts of sizes in here, like there's really small and there's a little bit of bigger ones, so feel free, just gotta go for it. We have had specific picnic tables made so that people can shuck their oysters on here rather than holding it in their hand. It's just kind of a safety thing, and also it's going to be a lot easier when people get 2 dozen oysters to shuck them on the table rather than in their hands. And this hinge right here is where we want to get into. And a lot of times if there's a shell over here, I kind of like to just wipe it away because it's going to be a lot easier. And kind of just stick this knife in at almost a straight angle. There's going to be this hinge right here that you want to get into. And I don't like to work too hard, and I know a lot of people on vacation don't like to work too hard either, so I kind of just like to work on this, go back and forth. And you know, if you're feeling like, okay, this just isn't going anywhere, you can wipe away some of that shell again and just keep working at it. And you'll start to be able to feel when this hinge is about to break. And there's also a muscle in there that will loosen as well. And you can kind of see this, the top of that start to come off. And there we go. So once the knife is in there, I don't like to jam it in. That's why I also don't like to be too rough, because if you want a pretty oyster, it's gonna be a lot easier. So once this muscle has relaxed, we just twist the knife up like that. And there's gonna be a muscle on the top of the oyster that's holding the two shells together. So you can kind of just slide your knife up along the top shell and slide over to the right. There we go.
Cut that muscle.
Cut the muscle.
Wow.
There we go. And hopefully not get too much shell in there. And if you do, kind of just, here we go. And also another part of that muscle is gonna be right here. And we just kind of scrape through to get that muscle off. It's actually called the adductor muscle. And we have those as well as humans.
Yes, we do. Look at that.
And there we go. Ready to slurp, ready to eat.
All right. A oyster shucking tutorial from my new friend Sarah. I had a really nice time here at the Westcott Bay Shellfish Farm. This is a great spot, definitely worth coming to check out if you're in the area. If you're anchored in Garrison Bay or Westcott Bay, it's a really quick dinghy ride, or you can come to by land also. The folks here are really friendly, and the oysters are really good too. Just a really great spot to sit at a picnic table, look out over Westcott Bay, and enjoy some great shellfish. I'll definitely be coming back. So I think that does it for this video. As usual, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and feel free to drop a comment below. Until next time, remember, life's too short not to do the things that we love.